Welcome everyone to yes, that is how we will start our first episode. Welcome to our podcast.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
This is our first episode and
we're already professionals.
Our podcast name is called Bundy Bumps. So far it's just same as our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
For people who don't know us, we are a couple from Taiwan and Sweden.
So, introduction. My name is Adi. So I'm the guy in the relationship, as you probably can tell. I'm the one from Sweden. If you have seen in our YouTube channel, you can see both me and Jenny. So,
Yeah, and if you want to learn some Swedish, we have made some Swedish videos. You can look it up.
Yeah.
And I'm the one from Taiwan, and my English name is Jenny. And English is not our native language, so just don't take it seriously when we speak.
Don't be like a grammar Nazi or something.
Yeah, but like you can teach us how to say it more correctly. It will be.
If we joke in a weird accent that you're like, that is not how you say it, feel free to correct us. And it's all for jokes. Don't take this too seriously. We're not making intentionally fun of people and to hurt them. That's not what we do. That's not what we do.
So for our first episode, speaking of our background together, do you want to talk about it? How did we meet each other?
Yeah, sure. Or do you mean how we first started talking with each other? Since that is actually what we first did, not really meeting each other. Internet online dating is quite different from 50 years ago.
But for people who don't know, that I have exchange in Sweden in 2016, and for people who follow like either our YouTube channel or our Facebook blog, they might think we met each other during my exchange year, but actually we met online app after I finished exchange year and back to Taiwan.
Yeah. So basically what happened was that I think it was something like as soon as you came to Taiwan, 1 month or like a few weeks later, I just sent you a message online on one of these dating apps. And I was like, what? I could have seen you? I could have met you? No! Like,
Hey, but to be honest, back then, I think you thought I was in Sweden. That's why you texted me.
That's one of the main reasons why I texted you, because dating online is so difficult sometimes.
Hey, but to be honest, after I back to Taiwan, I right away changed back the location in Taiwan, and then suddenly I got, I cannot say like a lot, but for me it's already a bit annoying level messages from, people nearby in Taiwan, and I don't like the feeling, so I just changed back to Sweden to avoid those messages. And also, firstly, I have to say the reason why I use this dating app, do we need to mention the name for this app?
I mean, why not? It's occupied. We're not sponsored. By the way, we're not sponsored by anyone or anything, but we used occupied.
Yeah, but we are happy to be in the future.
Oh yeah, give us all of your money, please. We both need it.
Yeah, but do you want to talk about what's your intention first to use OkCupid at least?
Oh yeah, so unlike Jenny, I have actually been trying out a lot of different dating apps, and I gotta be honest, like as I mentioned, I'm not sponsored. Jenny's not sponsored. None of us are sponsored. But I'd like to say personally that Occupit is at least in my opinion, one of the best dating apps that exists. Not for like hookups, random quick hookup. No, that's not what Occupid is. And I feel like they're making it very clear since they have those round rules. But I have tried things such as, Tinder, that is super famous everywhere, has not worked at all for me. I went to the level of being able to text someone 3 times before they either canceled their own account or blocked me. One of the reasons was like, oh my God, you sound just like my mom. It's like, okay, thank you. Tried to text back, blocked. Okay? So, yeah, and I've tried so many different apps. Some of them just I can't even find on Android anymore. Like, they don't even exist. Most of them were like copies of Tinder, and they had like
But
slight differences. Like even
but did you want to find just girlfriend, or you want to find, like friends around the world, or only
um
girls?
primarily I was looking for a girlfriend. That was primarily what I was looking for, and I was not looking for like a hookup, like, one night stand. No, nothing like that at all.
Or language exchange partners, the kind usually in the end they will turn out like lovers or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean not all of them, but it's high percentage. Sometimes people take it as like a advantage to get
Yeah.
into the relationship.
I mean, to be fair, it is at least a good conversation starter, if anything. Like, you want to learn a language I know, great, then we can start talking. And then if it happens that we end up dating, then hey, then let that happen, if that's okay with both of us. But
Yeah.
in my case, it has happened multiple times that at least once, no, twice, I think, for sure, that I was on this other not dating app, actually, a language app called Hello Talk or Hello Talks. Well, anyway,
I use it
great
as well.
app, also horrible app. It is like a both big piles of both ends. Anyway, multiple times, even guys, I don't know why, they were like into me, and then when I said like I was talking to someone else, they're like blocked, can't even see their accounts. Like, huh? What? I just
You
wanted to
have
learn
market.
Japanese.
You have markets in homosexual, maybe.
So the reason why I tried to find like a guy to talk with was that the women, sure, either they tried to, I think one of them definitely thought I was into her. And I would just wanted to be kind, You know how I can be sometimes. I can be just too kind, and I just don't realize it myself. Anyway, I guess that's what happened. And then when I said I was talking to someone else that I was interested in, she was like, "Oh, okay, blocked, gone." And all I wanted was just to learn Japanese. That's literally all I wanted to do. So that happened like 1 or 2
Maybe that's
times,
not
and
what she wants to do.
I mean that's probably not what she wanted. Yeah, to be fair. Then was some other one that
Maybe
was.
it's like, oh man, you're way too serious. Come on.
There was also someone. Oh, let's see if I remember. I had it on the tip of my tongue.
It sounds
Uh,
like you have a lot complained about your dating experience online.
I mean, if someone has experienced dating online, at least I think I have at least a little merit. Maybe not professional, far from it, but at least a little bit of merit. Okay, well, I don't really remember that part, but anyway, so talk to multiple girls. Oh, one was she just randomly complained that, oh my God, there's so many guys and like all weeaboos, all like anime, only play games all the time. Like, you're literally describing my entire life and you're complaining to me? To me? It was like I was actually upset and like I'm literally I literally wrote to her like I'm literally everything you described to me. She was silent. Anyway, so
Is she Swedish?
no,
I forgot.
also Japanese.
Oh, okay.
Also some Japanese person. as I said, all I wanted was just to learn Japanese. Then I was like, okay,
Yeah,
sure,
but
you know
to
what?
be honest, for at least in general European who are interested in learning Japanese because they like anime and
Oh yeah,
gaming.
Anime,
And
manga. Generally,
as far as I know, in Sweden you have quite many nerds.
Oh yeah. Or as we would say in Western world, weeaboos. We do
What
have
does
a
that mean?
weeaboos. A
Weeaboo.
weeb. A weeb is basically someone who really likes the Japanese culture. In other words, just anime. Because they believe that anime is the only culture that exists in Japan, apparently.
Oh.
That's the random online description I actually found on some video. I don't know if that's entirely accurate. If it is, there you go. If it isn't, I'm sorry. That's what I found. Anyway, it's basically just
Anyway,
someone who
for
really
people
likes
who
anime.
don't know you, I can tell the audience you are very interested in Japanese anime and culture as well. And
I think Japan in general is pretty interesting.
yeah,
But
but
yeah,
the
I do
most
have a lot of anime that I've downloaded, looked, that sounds so watched and seen, and there's like I actually have like a top list and everything. Okay, not top
but
list.
the most surprising thing I got to know is you still play Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh yeah, I still do.
It's like what? Because
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, it's the toy we play when we were like elementary school. For me, it's like
Yeah.
9 years old
Yeah.
this age.
I remember when my brother and I went to it's an old store. I think they've closed. I don't even know if they exist anymore. They're called BR toys in Swedish. BR leksaker. If someone who lives in Sweden knows this, you will probably like, oh my god, my childhood was there. Yeah, BR leksaker is what it was called in Swedish. My brother and I got our very first Yu-Gi-Oh decks from there, and we were like, oh my god, it's amazing.
But like in Sweden, Yu-Gi-Oh animation play on TV or you just watch online?
Yeah. No, we had no idea that you could find it online. We had no idea. So animations were actually getting to Sweden, and it was before I think it was like translator. What's it called? They went on
Dub
strike. They went on strike. They were dubbed as well. Yeah, they're Swedish
in
dubbed
Swedish.
anime. Yes, dubbed into Swedish. Even Card Capture Sakura, Sailor Moon, of course Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon as well, and then there were also some,
Pokemon.
Pokemon as well, definitely Pokemon, yeah. So there were
Yeah.
multiple ones. But anyway, back to the topic of dating. So I what I was gonna say on Hello Talk, I was like, you know what? So many girls believe that this is a dating app. So you know what? I'm just gonna go and find a guy. Guess what? The first guy I found and talked to, he was kind, friendly. You know, I could actually communicate with him. Turns out he's gay.
Yeah,
Literally the first Asian guy I talked to, gay. It's like, and he also wants to flirt with me. Like, God damn
but
it.
wait. That's why I said we should go to gay bar together.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But like, if you want to find a girlfriend, why did you talk to a guy in the end?
I wanted to learn Japanese.
Oh,
And
you mean Hello Talk
Yeah,
now,
Hello
or
Talk. Yeah, Hello Talk. I
okay?
wanted to learn Japanese. Everyone was apparently thinking that I was either flirting with them or they wanted to flirt with me.
See, I told you, like,
Always
language,
like,
like my experience tell me language exchange is never a pure.
yeah,
I'm
never.
not saying it's not like never, but it's like very few cases that will actually help you without any, special intention behind.
Sometimes
So
I could find those people. I was apparently very unlucky.
yeah, but yeah, I was lucky in the beginning.
Oh.
But like, it doesn't last long. People have their busy life, so it's not like you can keep in touch for very long term.
Yeah.
And then that's
You
why
cut
I
out there
start.
for a little bit. I think connection or something, but you're back. It was like a second or
Am I
something.
back?
Yeah, you're back. You're right. It was like a second
Did
or
you
something.
hear what I say?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I start to use, other dating apps, because I think I used those apps I think when I was about to enter the university, and my major was English, so I tried to improve my English in more natural way, because in Taiwan, English education usually is very formal, like through textbooks. We don't have much opportunity to practice for talking, for speaking, or like very natural conversation by texting. So that's why. And I also was curious what people around my age they do in their country, and that's why I start to use dating apps. But it's not like, oh, I definitely want to find a boyfriend on there. It's just I'm curious, like, what do people write about their profile? So for me, OkCupid was quite fun, because I was like, I imagine myself as both.
Really?
So I just keep scrolling and read many people's profile, and also kind of a bit shallow, because I match their photos and their profile, and I'm saying, no, this person doesn't sound like that. I know it sounds a bit bitch, but it's just your little imagination behind. And and I also categorize some people that they must, like guys, they must be players. For example, if they show their muscles in the in the profile picture, I won't be interested, because they're not the type I will date. And also guys who show with their dogs, like in many pictures, I would just think, oh, they must have watched, like, do you know Matthew something? A YouTuber.
Oh, YouTube. Okay. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think
Do
so.
you know him?
I don't think so.
I forgot his last name. Anyway, I think he is an expert to teach people how to date. And I think one of his videos is to teach men how to, benefit their profile on dating app. Like, for example, put photos with their doggies or cats to show their dogs lovers and things like that to attract to girls. But this thing doesn't work for me, because I feel it's a bit too strategy.
Yeah. For me, it doesn't really feel natural if you show pictures of something else that is not you in your, let's say, quote unquote, or air quotes, like normal in habitat, or like how you normally are. If you're dressed up really nicely and like a lot of makeup on your face or something, that doesn't feel like you. It feels like this is how you can be on parties, but I don't want to like go on parties with someone that often.
If like every photos is at party, then definitely it's not the person I would go for.
Like, great, this person likes to be drunk. Nope.
And I don't know if you have this experience, because I have experience like, oh, this man is handsome, but when I scroll more photos of him, suddenly I don't know if he's the same person. Because like, is it like 10 years ago his version, and then this is now? Because he's like, he become very old, and I was confused. Yeah. And
First picture he's posted up, he's like 20 years old. The last one, he looks like 60. He is gray, he has wrinkles.
I'm not there.
He's even fat.
Well, and I also have experience to see people just show the photos with their friends or siblings, and you just don't know which one is the one on dating app. Like, with this.
I think on Occupied, which makes it so good, is that you are not allowed to put pictures on something else. First and foremost, something else that is not you. So you yourself have to be on the picture. So if it's a dog or something, then it's not allowed. And also, you're not allowed to put pictures if there's multiple people. I think two.
No, they do.
I think it was like multiple people, as in like 4 or 5 something. More than 2.
I have seen 3 people in the picture.
But if I remember correctly, it's like if you have a picture of 5 or something, you're not allowed to put that up. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. It was
maybe,
like
I don't know.
3 years ago or something. I was there. I had no reason to go back there. For obvious reasons.
And what else? Actually, I have. When I was very bored at night, and I just set different location to see different guys and see if they have, similarity for their countries. Because then I found out, like, for example, Swedish or Norwegian people on OkCupid, guys tend to be look depressed. Yeah, look depressed. And or very,
So
rock.
sad. This winters are really, really taking a toll on me. My life is so
No, but like
bad.
they look so serious. For North people, their profile picture usually like look serious.
And the truth is, our eyebrows muscles have just died off because of all the winter. It's the winter frost. Like,
I doubt that. And
are you sure?
what else? Do you find something like you set a certain nation and people there look quite similar?
I actually haven't done that, but I've mainly had so that I've set either to like close by, which was completely pointless, especially where I live in Sweden. It was like 5 people. I could see them all the time, and like I scroll like on OkCupid, you had like these lists. You could like scroll past, see if there's any new one. No, it was like you could see this people over and over and over again. It's like, is there no one living nearby, like close to 100 kilometers? They even use this app. So it was either that. It wasn't like the entire country you are currently in. No, it was like this little area or the entire world, nothing in between. So that was like a little weird. So I always chose like the entire world because what was my options? Like 5 people all the time, the same, or everyone. So that's what I did. But when it comes to like profile pictures and things like that, some of them I would like to say are very much the same. It was like a tendency, if you were like 18 to 20, you often have, or a woman at least, often have this, dog filter, whatever, like, long tongue, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
It was so
It was-
frustrating for me. I felt that they are not taking anything serious in life. I don't know if it's just me. But I
Really?
feel,
But it's common in Asia too. Like,
yeah,
it's-
I can understand if it's just for the jokes, but if it's like on a dating site, I feel like maybe I'm taking dating sites too seriously. Maybe that's the issue. Because I feel like if it's on a dating site, you kind of want to look decent at least. You don't want to look like, oh hey, I'm a big derp, right? And have like
Wait,
this
but
dog
how
filter
about
and everything.
like, for example, 10 pictures and only 1 or 2 is like that with the filter on? Is that okay?
I mean, I would I would prefer 0, but if it's there's 1 or 2 out of like 10 plus, sure. Then at least I will be able to see how you kind of look like. But then there were also these pictures were like completely blurry, like so not blur because it's intentional. It was just really terrible quality. It's like they were trying to take pictures in the middle of the night or something. You couldn't like see anything. Some reflection
Oh,
somewhere, maybe like hints on their face. Yeah, impossible to see. And then of course they were like you mentioned how you stereotype guys who like showed their muscles or something. You could
yeah.
do the
Like,
same for girls if they had like a big cleavage, like
you mean
pouting
boobs?
their big cleavage to show their boobs, or it had like boobs, or
But like,
squeeze
I
them or
thought
whatever.
guys think it's sexy.
Sure, it may be, but I'm not looking for porn in a dating app.
Okay, but
Maybe it's just me, okay? Maybe it's just me, but sure, some of them I looked
yeah,
into, but then I
okay.
was like, oh, looking for hookup. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Just
Next
tell
one.
the audience this is our type. Like, my type is not for, you know, party animals.
Oh yeah,
The kind.
none of us are party animals.
Yeah, so probably maybe for party animals or people who like to train themselves and show their bodies, they would tend to being attracted by the kind of people.
Yeah.
But
Me,
it doesn't mean it's bad,
oh
like
yeah,
for
everyone
people
has their
showing like
preferences.
that. It's
Like,
just this strategy doesn't work for us.
yeah, yeah.
That's all. We are not like criticizing people do that, just to be clear.
Yeah, but we're the type of people who look more on the inside of people and their personality and so on, not like the outside. Of course, there are people who like their
Okay,
outsides.
but
So,
actually, I am still a bit outside too.
well, sure, like a little bit. Like, if you look completely unattractive to me, I would probably not text you. I would probably not have texted you. But you
Now
know, like
start to
the
sound
majority
shallow.
is on the inside. The majority is on the inside,
Yeah.
I think. That's the most
Mm.
important thing. You could be like the hottest woman on earth, but if you're a piece of shit, I would not want to talk with you. Like,
Yeah, like if you're, I have an experience like, oh, he looks like my type. But when I actually start to text and have conversation, I feel okay, this guy is so boring. Like
I
I
like to
think it
go to
was
gym. I like to wear like
no, I
handles.
feel I don't
Handles.
know, maybe I was unlucky, but for people like guys from Nordic country I have met there, um, they are kind of boring. Like they don't know how to
Yeah,
start a
yeah.
conversation, and you have to really, in Chinese saying, we have to keep throwing balls to them,
Ah,
and they just keep
yeah.
catching, and they don't know how to, take the
They don't know how.
conversation and go on.
They don't know how to continue on with the conversation. Just dies.
Yeah, that's why I say, when I saw you, not just face but also your personality, I just
No.
by intuition think you are not Swedish. You definitely not like 100% Swedish.
Oh, you
You
were correct as
definitely,
well. I'm not 100% Swedish.
yeah. And it's like, but by facial feature, I already know you are not Swedish completely. I mean, it doesn't sound quite alright, but
No, I mean you
it's
are correct. I'm not completely Swedish. Like
but it's like,
even if I look very Swedish, and many people would in Sweden would think that I am completely Swedish, but because I would only speak Swedish to them completely fluently
mm,
as well. But if we were to suddenly speak like Croatian or Bosnish or whatever, they would be like, "Huh? Where are you from? You're not what? I mean, huh?" Because you have this, like blue green eyes, blonde hair, pale skin. I kind of look like a
Mm,
Swedish person, but I'm not entirely Swedish. Just like 25% or something.
mm.
And that works apparently. Tricks people all the time. Yeah.
But also, I told you I was there in the beginning for, learning English and explore people around the world, right?
Yeah.
And I also get some weird vocabularies sometimes. For example, fetish.
Oh, yeah. Fetish. Yeah.
And I think I told you the story, like a guy, we had a nice conversation, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and then suddenly he
Was it
said,
something like belly button?
yeah, can you send me your belly button photo? I was like, what? What? Because I heard fetish before, but it's only in Chinese. And the fetish I felt, people have fetish probably just, feet. But I don't know why they feel good about looking at feet.
I have no idea.
So
Like some
I
people like
just,
to be stamped on as well, like or stood upon. It's so weird.
yeah, but like back then, I didn't know what is belly button even in the beginning.
Hey, if you never heard the word, of course you will not be able to know it.
So I Google it, and Google showed me belly button, of course, the picture. And I said, why you need my belly button picture? And he said, because I have fetish. And back then, I didn't know why it's fetish. So I Google again, and I was a bit shocked because, it suddenly he was not the person I have talked to for some time, and I just kind of hard to consume the moment.
Mm.
Anyways, to be clear, I didn't send him my belly button because it's weird for me.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and I was suddenly changed to scientist view to interview him, say, oh, so did you
Taking
really
notes.
get turned on by seeing belly button? And he said, yes. And I said, and how about your previous girlfriends? Do you pick by belly buttons? And he said, yes, if the person had he was interested, he has to see the belly button first before they commit the relationship. Yeah, that was very interesting story.
What?
And since then, we just didn't have any conversation afterwards, of course.
It's like the
Yeah.
ultimatum of your life. I need to see your belly button or else. Like what? For the sake of
Yeah,
human evolution and future, I need to see your belly button. Huh?
you know what? I even had a very weird experience. This one is just, I didn't talk, but I just scroll, as usual, scroll the profiles on
Yeah.
OkCupid. And I
Let's
saw
be honest, we all did that. We all did that.
I saw a couple picture for profile, and when I click into it, it's about a couple looking for, like, girl or boy, both are okay, and they are married. For your information, they are married, and they just say, oh, I forgot the details, but they are looking for someone to have fun, I guess. So I was just confused, like if I text to them, I was texting to both of them or just the wife or husband.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, for
it's
their
quite-
sake, I hope they found someone. For their sake.
Yeah, it's quite unique to see.
I mean, if you search for it, I'm sure you would find more people, but it would be a little bit weird to just suddenly stumble upon these kinds of people. It's
Yeah, and
nothing
I also
wrong. It's just not common, I think.
yeah,
At
and
least
also
openly.
that's the moment I got to know the word monogamous. Is it monogamous? It's
Monogamous.
hard to pronounce, right? Yeah, and that's how I got to know this word. Because I saw sometimes some guys' profile, they show they can, how to say more?
Non-monogamous, then you're looking for
Yeah.
multiple
Yeah,
people at the same time.
non-monogamous. Yeah, because in the beginning, I don't know, oh, you have this option.
Ooh. I should have found this before.
No, I thought because maybe I had, stereotype for religion, but if their country is not the type of religion for non-monogamous, but guys still mark them as non-monogamous. So, which means they can
They
have many
basically
wives?
not necessarily that they can have many wives, but they prefer multiple relationships or like an open relationship. Something.
Yeah, talking about open relationship. This was my first time to know open relationship as well, this term in my life. Are you okay with that?
Open relationships? I mean,
Yeah.
no. Personally, I would like to have my relationship closed.
But you know what? I was surprised because I kind of like scientist way to research because I haven't told you this, right?
I don't know. I remember that you told the other like this situation. I don't remember like you being super scientific on it.
Because I was curious, like open relationship, and this term, is it common in North Europe or maybe other countries in Europe? So I just changed like different countries, and the result shows, I forgot it's in Sweden or Nordic countries, many people choose open relationship in their profile.
Really? Non-monogamous?
Yes. And not necessarily non-monogamous, but they say open relationship. They are okay with that. But yeah, and also French guys say that too.
Of course.
So I was disappointed. I mean, for French guys.
No. Stupid French people. Nothing wrong about you guys. Just joking.
No. I just think it's fun to dig in to see.
I mean, if you're looking for something very specific, then there you go. Occupy is the one for you, perhaps.
Yeah, explore different worlds.
Yeah, and I like to say, just jump in randomly and say that if anyone is looking, I'm not mean me, if anyone like listening to this is looking for your one person, remember this is not sponsored. Be patient.
Yeah.
Be patient. I think that is one of the big things, be patient. For me, I've been on dating sites for like 2-3 years before I could find Jenny. Like I didn't even find her previously, and then suddenly I just poof saw her. So suddenly it happens, suddenly it doesn't. Keep trying.
But the truth is, I saw you before.
Sometimes you have to be the first one to text them. In this case, it was me.
Yeah, but like the reason why I didn't text him back then, it was a misunderstanding situation because I think he wrote something like he was.
I'm a gamer. Yeah, game. Yeah. I play games.
No, I know you play games, but in the
Let's see if I can actually
end,
see.
you say you are live gamers or gamers in life or something, and I thought
I'm a
Mm,
gamer at heart. So
yeah.
if you're interested and don't mind what you've read and you're a gamer, you're having a double up from me. So yeah,
Wait,
I'm a
did you
gamer at
change?
heart.
Have you changed that after I told you?
I don't think I changed anything, honestly.
Okay, but what I understood is, I thought you are a player in life as well. So I just, in the beginning was good, but in the end, nope. Then
Yeah.
I just skip it. So I really read everyone's profile. I mean, for people who text me or I want to text them, not just the pictures themselves, but I also have to read through their profile. In the beginning was good. If the end is not good, then I won't text or answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the same exact thing. I was so confused when people didn't do that. There were actually some girls that I've talked to on Occuped that didn't even begin to read my, like, what is this called? Summary? About me. Yeah, about
Yeah.
me. My self summary. They didn't even try to begin to read any of that. It's like you ask me things that are literally on the top of that. Like, how difficult is it? Just go into my profile, read the top, and then you know. But yeah, but I think
Yeah.
that is a very good thing to do, to read the entire summary or like a about me type of text about a person. I think that's a really good
Mm.
thing. And it also speaks a lot about the person if they have it very, very short. Have you seen any guys who have like super short one sentence or even that
Yeah.
self-summary?
It's like, oh, text me. You will find I'm the one you are meant to be.
Yeah. It's
Like,
so dumb.
yeah. I just want to roll my eyes for that.
It's so weird. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
and I also don't like guys just leave the first message as hello, how are you? And that's it. Then I would sometimes very bored just answer, I'm fine, thank you. At the end. And yeah, so have you had also, weird experience during chatting? Have girls ask you to show your belly button or feet?
there was once which I think was either guys joking around or like it was just them trying to get control of my computer or whatever. But there was once, because I doubt these things happen that often. But it was once a girl, apparently, she claimed that she was in Stockholm and raised in Stockholm. She didn't speak a single freaking word Swedish. She was apparently in a completely different country, which was, I think, France, whatever. She very quickly wanted to have a Skype call. And then she apparently wanted to, like, do, naughty things in front of the camera. I was like, I'm not okay with this. Firstly, this is a little bit too quick. And secondly, who are you?
Maybe she was just too lonely.
I don't know. I'm paranoid with people being that quick on the internet. I was like, no, and blocked. I don't know if she was real, if she was actually real, well, I missed an opportunity. If not, then whoop, I dodged a bullet.
Wait. Suddenly I was curious. Do you know a site called Omegle?
Omegle? Yeah, or Omegle? Yes.
Yes.
It was very popular in Sweden during some time. Even today.
Is it still popular?
Oh yeah. It's mostly filled by like 12-year-olds trying to find hookups or whatever. Randomly can find people like naked and like see like a guy below the waist, let's say it like that. I mean like Scarred
Yeah,
for life.
to be honest, I was very depressed or kind of alone, or I just don't know what to do during high school. And like, I one day found out this site and I just try out, and then it's so boring because people just, there's no profile. You just
No, yeah.
text strangers online, and then they could just suddenly end out the conversation and change to the next person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, but like, it's only I did it because I was very bored. I don't know what to do back then, and just at the same time practice English, but I used the wrong way. But anyways, I didn't really get into the trap or something. But yeah, there are some robots or people just say they want to do something.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
On the subject of these robots, I've gotten so many times on different like messaging apps, like PlayStation, because I have a PlayStation account, so randomly it's like, oh hey, I'm girl 24, looking for hookups. Do you play games? Like, oh my God, I love playing games. Do you wanna meet? Like, no, no, I don't. Block. I
But
I remember one day I got literally 3 of them within 1 hour. I'm like, how do you find me? I mean, I'm just. How do they
by the way,
find you? I'm so confused.
have you played as girl just for messing around?
Oh yeah. I remember once. For if anyone knows, I don't think you do, Jenny. A game called Tibia, an old game.
No idea.
Okay. It's basically an old game and has gotten a lot of updates. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I like playing women in online games for the main reason is that I don't like looking like a big chunk of beef running around, which most of the guys actually look like. It's horrible. I don't like it. That's why I choose women. That is the main reason why I choose women, at least. And once in this game Tibia, actually all the games as well, but that's some other stories. In Tibia, I convinced a guy so hard that I was a girl.
And he fell in love with you.
I got so much garbage from him. It was amazing. Garbage actually was pretty good. He gave me like,
What do you mean garbage?
I mean, he gave me like equipments that are pretty better than what I had. He gave me like shield, a new weapon. He gave me money. I'm like, I didn't. I was like considering to like quit the game or whatever. I was like,
Hey, you were
guy, I'm.
utilizing him.
Oh yeah, I was totally. And I was like, hey, sorry, by the way, I'm a guy. And it's like, he logged out.
You broke his heart. Dude, that's hurt. Now you know
For
if
like
you are
2
still
days
into
though.
me.
Only went for 2 days. It was not like months or weeks. No, it was like 2 days, 1 or 2 days, maximum 2 days. I like to say. But yeah, he gave me stuff, and then he ended like, I'm actually a guy, and I just log on.
No.
It was amazing. I loved it.
I only play as guy when I use Omegle, because like there are too many guys there.
Oh yeah,
And
the issue with Omegle, I've noticed that as soon as you mention they're a guy, they leave.
yeah.
So I actually once said, screw it. I'm gonna say I'm a girl. So I said I was a girl. Suddenly they started talking to me. It's like
And did you learn something?
actual logical and intellectual conversations. I was like, they exist in this place. And they were like, oh, can I have your like Skype or like phone numbers so we can text more? Like, oh my God, I have to tell them, otherwise it'll like break their heart. I'm so sorry, I'm actually a guy. I was looking for an
Wait, did you
intelligent
actually
conversation.
tell them? You are so innocent.
Of course I am. I don't want to break their hearts like weeks later.
Hey, but like it's non-profile sites. They don't even
Yes,
know who you
but
are.
still, it feels rude
You
to
have
like
broken.
to get someone else's phone number through a lie, that doesn't feel right for me.
Hey, you have broken someone's heart when you get like weapons, money, or some whatever.
Yeah, but all
in
that
the
is
game.
within a game. That is all within a game. This feels like different. Getting someone's personal phone number feels a little bit more serious than just pixels on a screen.
I don't get your logic.
I do.
Really don't.
Well, Jenny, you haven't been playing games for years and years since you were a kid. Sometimes, now and then, yes, I can't say you haven't played games, but not like every single day since you were like, I don't know, 6.
Yeah, but I mean, they give you actual things like, you know, weapons or things they buy for you.
No,
They buy
actually, they
right?
weren't that expensive. You could easily
like-
get them again.
But like compared to Omega, they just have few conversation and then they suddenly ask your Skype or line or whatever phone number. You know their background in like intention. They want to do what they want to do. They just want to do something
Yeah, but like
weird.
every single app or like a Skype phone number, okay, maybe not phone number, it was like normal as text messages in that
Yeah.
case, but like Skype or Facebook or whatever, they would know my name. They would know immediately that I'm a guy. I was like rather telling them right away. Sorry, I'm that innocent. Yes.
Yeah, but the moment you decide to play as girl, you already know you just want to play, right? You don't care.
No, in this case, I just wanted to have a conversation because I was bored to tears. I wasn't looking for
Okay.
anything. I wasn't looking for a friend. I wasn't looking
were
for like
you-
hookup, nothing. I was just looking for someone to talk to. Like
Were you high
anyone to talk
school
to.
student as well?
Not university, it was in high school. Like it was
Yeah, I think. Okay, so we were the how to say the do you have a word like boredest? The
boredest.
most bored people.
I think you should just say like bored to tears. Like you're
Oh,
so
bored
bored,
to-
like you don't know what to do. Like, oh, I'm so
Okay,
bored.
so we were the two bored to tears.
Yeah, we
and
were bored to tears.
Yeah, teenagers separate from north and south.
Yeah.
Back then
Just to
we didn't
clarify, by
want
the
to
way,
go
just to
for-
clarify, we did not know each other at this point.
Yeah, but we were in the same situation, and that's
Yes.
so weird. It's
Good.
like,
In my case, I was at my cousin's place and they didn't have any Wi-Fi because they haven't turned that thing on apparently because money and they were waiting for something that never happened.
do you think we were possible to talk on Omegle?
Oh yeah, most likely.
That's so weird to think about it.
Yeah, especially when you're like, oh hey, no idea who it is.
How many minutes now, by the way?
53.
Oh my gosh.
I think,
Okay.
you know what? I think this is enough. We only basically talked about dating apps and everything, but
Let's
let's
fill
round
in 1 hour.
let's round this podcast up because you know what? First one, you gotta go with a bang. So thank you everyone so much for watching. My name is Eddie, and
Not watching. It's listening.
okay, thank you for thank you for listening to our podcast. As I mentioned, we are professionals. My name is Eddie, and
My name is Jenny.
yes, we are the ones from Bum the Bum channel on YouTube.
And you are interested in today's topic and you want to hear more, you could comment below.
yes,
Yeah.
or
Let
like
me-
on Facebook, write comments there or something, or just
Yeah.
like this. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't plan this in advance, so the content could be a bit messy sometimes.
Maybe that's the charm of it. Maybe that is the charm.
Maybe. Yeah, but if you're up to this, then you could look forward to more episodes
Yeah.
afterwards.
I think this was fun.
yeah, this is fun to try out.
New things. Now, especially now when we're not like in the same room, we're on literally different side of the world. It's a little bit difficult to be in the same camera in that case.
Okay, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.